too carried a spear in her hand. She had used it once to good effect, but they had been 2 against her 1, and the child she carried within had slowed her turn. The slice of the blade had opened her from chest bone to hips, spilling out all that had been inside. Breaca crouched down beside her. The tentative light of the new day brought colour where before there had been none. She reached down to the small, crinkled thing lying at her mother's side and turned it over. Her father was behind her. "It would have been a boy," she said. "I know." He let his hand rest on her shoulder. His fingers were still. His weeping had stopped. He knelt down and hugged her fiercely. His chin pressed on her head, and the burr of his voice rocked through her neck to her chest as he spoke. "What need have I of another son when I have a daughter who can face an armed warrior and live?" His voice was warm, and there was pride in the wretched grief, and she had not the strength to tell him that she had acted out of instinct, not courage or a warrior's heart. Her mother had been leader of the Eceni, firstborn of the royal line, and she was honoured in death as she had been in life. Her body was bound in fine linen and hides, closing the child back into her abdomen. A platform was built of hazel and elm, and the body raised onto it, lifting her closer to the gods and out of reach of wolf and bear. The 3 dead warriors of the Coritani, who had broken the laws of the gods in killing a woman in childbirth, and of the elders in killing the leader of a neighbouring tribe without fair battle, were stripped and dragged to the forest to feed whatever found them first. Breaca was given the sword from the one she had killed. She didn't want it. She gave it to her father, who broke it across his forging block and said he would make her a better one, full-sized, for when she was grown. In its stead, Ermid, one of the older girls, gave her a crow's feather with a quill dyed red and bound round with blue horsehair, the mark of a kill. Her father showed her how to braid her hair at the sides, as the warriors do for battle, with the feather hanging free at her temple. In the late morning, Iborovic, warrior and smith of the Eceni, took his daughter to the river to wash her clean of the blood of battle and bind the cut on her hand, and then walked her back to the roundhouse to the care of Macha, her mother's sister, the mother of Barn, his first and only living son. Spring, AD 33. Iborovic woke with the moon. A dazzle of silver slid through the gap beneath the doorskin and interrupted his dream. He lay still, listening. The night was quiet. He had been dreaming of danger, and the echo of it fogged his thinking. The hushed breath of the other sleepers made a blanket of sound layered over the night's smoke. Lying still, he stopped his breathing and strained to catch the sound that had awoken him. In time, it came again, the subtle chink of iron on iron, such as a careless man might make, allowing his sword to clash on his shield hub, or his armour to grate as he climbed a rampart to attack those sleeping within. But Iborovic was not asleep. For 6 months he had not truly slept, waiting for such a moment as this. Feeling something close to joy, he reached down for the sword that had been within a hand's reach day and night since the Coritani warriors attacked his family. He drew the blade from the sheath. He made no more noise than the sleepers. Still, he was heard. "Your daughter is at her work early." He stopped. The joy left him. The whisper came from his left, from amongst the women. He peered into the gloom and saw a bent shape move in the darkness. It was the elder grandmother. He sat down on the edge of his bed and laid his naked blade flat across his knees. "What work is it that must be done in darkness and alone?" he asked. "She draws out her dream, as you should do," said the old woman. "It does not pay a man or a child to dream too often of violence." He was silent for that. His dream had been the same every night since the autumn. In it, he slept with his sword in his hand, and he did not keep apart.